Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the fantastic Bobbie Oliver!
This is my third CD, so thank you so much for coming in. So I'm just saying there's a lot of pressure on you to not screw this up for me. I was driving here recently and I was really high. I mean, I'm always high, but I was like high. It was like way too high to drive. And of course, I stopped next to a red light, and there's a cop car. Oh, of course, I look in the mirror, my eyes are bloodshot as hell. Like, I look really high. And I go into one of these Cheech and Chong rooms, like, oh my God, I'm trying, oh my God, I'm trying. And I looked at the cops, and they looked at me, and they waved at me. That's it. They just waved at me, and I was like, oh. This is white privilege! Racism is paying off for me in West Hollywood. So there's such a double standard with drugs. Like, okay, like I don't understand why Doug Benson and Snoop Dogg have a persona, but Bobbie has a problem. This is my persona. So I started smoking pot like really young, and I heard on Bill Maher, so it must be true, that if I had not started smoking pot so young, I would be 8 IQ points higher than I am now. 8 IQ points higher than I am now. In this society. No, thank you. I already find it a burden to be as smart as I am. My first words were, I gotta dumb it down. Thank you, weed. Did you guys hear that they changed the definition of the word literally? Yes. In the dictionary, they literally changed the definition of the word literally. Because the stupid people kept getting it wrong. And so instead of teaching the stupid people the correct definition, they changed the definition of the word literally. So now literally still means literally, and it also means figuratively. No! Oh my gosh! And it means snow in Eskimo. My husband Chris is an English teacher. He's like, it doesn't matter. Language changes. It grows. It matters. It matters. Are you literally having a heart attack? Do I literally need to call 911, or are you just being poetic? Cursive anymore. Our kids don't learn to write cursive anymore, which means they can't read cursive, which means they can't read the Constitution. I mean, luckily we don't use it. Habeas corpus, schmabeus corpus. What if it still mattered? I only tell that joke so I can say habeas corpus. Literally, that's the only. Okay, so my nephew told me that Outback Steakhouse got rid of the bloomin' onion. People lost their minds. White people, I'm assuming. Lost their minds. So people raised hell. They wrote letters, they made phone calls, they showed up at the place, and Outback voted midterm elections. But they can rally behind an onion. Seriously, that's what we need to do. Instead of giving everybody those little "I have voted" stickers, we just need to give everybody a blooming onion. Because that's what we need, more white people voting. Everything. A friend of mine was walking me back to my car recently after a show in Hollywood, and he was like, "Bobbie, you shouldn't park beside the homeless encampment. You know, you shouldn't park beside the shanty town." He goes, "It's not safe. It's dangerous." Why? They're just homeless people. They're not criminals. Right? I'm not scared of homeless people. Every guy who ever attacked me had a job. In a studio apartment. I always give homeless people $5 because what can you do with $1, right? So there's this guy at this gas station near here, and I see him all the time. He draws Cookie Monster on his sign, and it's really well done. Like, it is extremely well drawn. Like, the guy's clearly an artist, and he has a terrible limp. It's really severe. It takes him a long time to get to the car. So, I don't know, like once or twice a week for the last year, I've stopped and given this guy $5. And y'all, the other day I saw him walking down the street normally. I know, I feel so betrayed. I just want to go, look, I can understand you lying to the rest of these assholes, but this is me. I thought we had a connection. So basically for the past year, I've just been paying this guy to do improv. Give him $5 because probably the only reason he even came up with the limp is that it wasn't enough for people that he was simply starving to death. People are like, "Oh, you hungry, buddy? Give us a limp." The limp was really good though. He probably went to UCB. I was doing a show recently, and this homeless man came in afterward, and he goes, "Can I talk to you outside a minute?" And I said, "I'm good." Here. I'm good. And he goes, "Can I just talk to you outside?" I said, "You can talk to me in here if you want to." And he goes, "I'll eat your pussy." Well, it is tempting. Like he knew the pickup line to use on me. But here's the crazy thing. Every one of my friends I've told this story to, literally every one of my friends I've told this story to, has been like, "Was he cute? Was he cute? No! Oh my God, no, he wasn't cute." Are you kidding me? If he was cute, this would be the story about that one time a homeless guy ate my pussy. He was kind of cute. So, when you're a comedian, your family's only frame of reference for your comedy career is the TV. And not just the TV, but whatever show they watch on the TV. So if you're not on whatever show they watch on the TV, you have no comedy career. So, it doesn't matter what I've accomplished, which granted isn't much. But it doesn't matter what I've accomplished in comedy, it's never enough for them. It is so I've decided the next time my family gives me shit about why I'm not more successful, I'm just going to tell them I'm Banksy. They don't fucking know. And then I'm going to tell them who Banksy is. I was just on the TV recently. Chris and I were on this show called Sex Box. Did you see me and Chris on Sex Box? If it comes on, please don't watch it, okay? If you love me, please don't watch it. All right. So what Sex Box is it's a show about a couple who like go on stage and have sex in a box. It's pretty self-explanatory, I guess. But I just want to make it perfectly clear, I did not audition for Sex Box. I did not submit for Sex Box. They called me. I swear to God, they called me. I'm like, you had me at Sex in a Box. You didn't have to tell me what it is. And Chris, my husband, was like, well, if they can't see us and they can't hear us, like, we don't actually have to have sex in the box, right? I'm like, we're fucking in the box. Who's not gonna fuck in the box? Are you kidding me? So we fucked in the box. And here's the greatest thing about this. They wanted to pay us $500. They paid everyone else $500, but I talked them up. I ended up getting us $2,000. I was like, there is no way I'm going to fuck my own husband for $500. Not in a box. Not with a fox. Y'all all know my husband, comedian Chris Oliver. Well, you think you know my husband. Everybody thinks they know Chris. Okay, they think he's such a calm and patient man. And nobody really knows Chris. Like, here's something you probably don't know. Chris only has 2 modes of conversation. Devil's advocate and an Abbott and Costello routine. That's all he's got. And I try to tell him, look, nobody likes the devil's advocate. Okay, even the devil is not friends with the devil's advocate. And you think you're having this conversation with you think he's listening to you, and you're exchanging ideas, and halfway through you realize, oh, he's just doing a bit. He's just doing a bit. Okay. This is an example, word for word, of something that happened a couple of weeks ago, right? We went to the gym, and on the way home I said, oh, it sucks working out so hard on the treadmill for an hour, and then that little thing just says you've only burned 300 calories. It's so frustrating. And Chris is like, well, if I had $300, I'd be happy. Dollars and calories are not interchangeable. Like that's not, like 300 calories is like 2 Cokes. You know, Chris is like, well, if I had 300 Cokes, I'd be happy. And I still think we're having a conversation. I'm like, you know how many calories? Like 300 Cokes would like be a lot more than 300. Well, if I only had to walk 300 feet, I'd be happy. And I was like, oh, okay, I've seen this one. Who's on first? What's on second? Kill me now. Chris likes to abbreviate words, but he doesn't abbreviate words that normal people abbreviate. Okay? Chris calls blueberries bloobs. And he calls strawberries strawbs. And he calls cheeseburgers cheesebs. Which is harder to say than cheeseburger. Am I right? And he knows he made these up. He knows nobody else knows what they're... But he likes to just slip them into conversation with people and then act all shocked when they don't know what he's talking about and make a big deal out of it. And what people don't realize is he's just doing a character. He just spends his whole life just slipping from one character into another character. I've known him 27 years, just been one long performance art piece. But here's the thing, no one else knows this about him but me. No one else knows this, so meanwhile, I just look like the idiot that's married to the guy that says bloobs. You're busted, Chris. I just found out recently that Chris is afraid of me. I didn't know this, but here's how I found out. Okay, Chris does all the grocery grocery shopping at our house because I have social anxiety and I don't go to stores. And he's, you know, he goes to like Vons and Trader Joe's and he's gone for hours and it's a whole ordeal, I imagine. And, he's bringing the stuff up the stairs. It's all this stuff. Like he's exhausted. You know, he's putting it all on the table. And I start going through it. I'm like, oh, you forgot the milk? And he's like, I'll get the milk. And I'm like, I'm just saying, you know, put it on the list, but it's not here. You seem to have forgot the milk. And he grabs his car. He's like, I'll go get the milk. I'll get the milk. You were just there for like hours. Like, you're tired. Sit down. You don't have to go. Like, you can pick it up later. It's no. He's like, I just want you to be happy. Oh, shit. What a monster am I? And how can I use this to my advantage? Something better than milk. So, Chris and I have been together 27 years, as I said, just in all right, I'm bored. Okay? We are either going to adopt a baby or we're going to start swinging. And he chose swinging. He just barely chose it. Okay? He was like, raise a baby, have sex with strangers, which is less awkward. So we went on this swingers date, okay? We went on this swing. He was like, go find us some people. I was like, why do I have to be the one to find us people? He goes, because it's your hobby. So I found us some people. Turns out it's not that hard. You just have to go on stage and say, I'm swinging now. Pretty much takes care of itself. So we went on this date with this couple, okay? And first of all, the guy texted me, and he was like, do you guys want to go to karaoke? And I wrote back, can't we just fuck? Well, I thought the purpose of swinging is that you never had to go to karaoke. That was the point. So they insist we have this date, okay? And we're on the date. And I'm like, oh, I wonder if he likes me. Oh, I wonder if she likes Chris. I wonder if Chris likes her. I wonder if he likes Chris. I wonder if I'm like, oh my God, this is the most stressful date I've ever been on. I'm used to just making like one person happy at a time, right? But it became very clear. Like we went on a couple of these things. It always becomes very clear right up front that I'm supposed to hook up with the woman. Right? Nobody even asked me. It's just understood that I'm supposed to hook up with a woman. And I just want to go, can I just fuck your husband? That's the paradigm I'm used to. And I was like, okay, I'll eat pussy for the team. Whatever. I'll eat pussy for the team. But, we were going to go through with it. And then I got to thinking about it, okay? And I realized, all right, women feel me. Like, I've gotten okay, pretty good about looking good at one angle. Like, whatever angle you're fucking me from, like, I can pull off that one angle, okay? I can't be worried about, like, secondary angles and tertiary angles, people watching me from across the room. What I'm saying is, I can't fuck in the round. That's why we didn't swing. That's literally why we didn't swing. So you know, if you just have a husband, I get fun. Let me know. So Chris, all right. So I have on Flappers in Claremont recently, and they told me that. Thank you. So they told me that I could bring someone to do a guest spot. So the second night I brought Chris. And so, you know, like the MC went up and did his thing, and the feature went up and did his thing, and Chris went up for 15 minutes, and I was like taking pictures of him, and, you know, and he came off stage and was like, oh my God, you're so great, or whatever, I took pictures of you. So I go up, I do 45 minutes. I'm not gonna lie, I killed. So when I come off stage, I'm like, hey, Chris, did you take any pictures of me? And he's like, oh, I forgot. And I'm like, well, that's okay. There's a second show. It's no big deal. That's okay. So then, you know, the second show comes on. The MC goes up, does his thing. The feature goes up and does his thing. Chris does his little 15 minutes, whatever. While Chris is on stage, I tweeted the picture of him and said, Chris Oliver killing it at Flappers Comedy Club, you know. So then I go up and I do 45 minutes, and I'm not gonna lie, I killed him. And so then I come off stage and I said, hey, did you get any pictures of me? Chris is like, oh, no, I forgot again. But then I looked at my phone and I saw that while I was on stage, Chris retweeted the picture of him and me going, Chris Oliver, kill it. All right, nothing back, didn't write back, you were great too, whatever. And I was great, I'm not gonna lie. So, all right, so then a bunch of people would come to see me, and so a bunch of people were writing on my Facebook page, oh, you were so great, it was so great to see you do a long set, you were so, but crickets from Chris Oliver. Okay, crickets. And I'm like, you know what, he's just an idiot, right? It's not his fault. He has no social skills. He doesn't know. Okay? He doesn't know. He's just an idiot. So then, this little open micer girl writes on Chris's Facebook page, oh, what a great open mic you run at Tao Comedy Studio. So great. Thanks for having me at the open mic. And Chris writes back, you were hilarious. To the little open micer girl, okay? Who did 5 minutes at an open mic. Okay. And I said to him, why did you say to her that she was hilarious? He goes, it was just my instinct. It was just my instinct. It's like, oh, okay, it was your instinct to tell this little open micer girl. And by the way, I've seen this girl. Okay. I'm just saying, I was great. So then you know how you have a fight, you gotta talk about it to death. For like fucking decades, you gotta talk about this fight to death. So in the midst of us talking about this fight to death, my husband, Chris Oliver, that I've been with for 27 years, said to me, when I go to work and you text me, I miss you, it makes me feel all this pressure. Cosmo says don't text a guy, I miss you, but 27 years in? Seriously? Still too much pressure? Seriously? 27 years in? And here's the crazy part of it, I was just being nice. I don't fucking miss him. Entire lives. He only works 4 hours a day. I think I can handle the 4 hours a day. Then you go to your little teaching job or whatever. When do you think I masturbate? I didn't tell him to quit his full-time job that paid really well and had free insurance to come hang out with me all day. That was not my idea. Okay, where I'm from, you don't quit a good job that's got good pay and good benefits just because you don't like it. You don't do that, right? You pretend to fall and you file a workman's comp. The way the Lord intended. So now when Chris is gone at work and I miss him, I just text him, fuck you. on Facebook. Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful morning, everyone. I hope you all have a blessed day. Then you know that I've been kidnapped. I'm in the trunk of someone's car. Okay, I'm from the South. My people don't do optimism. We see it as a sign of weakness. We like to believe that every silver lining has a cloud. I'm not prejudiced, but I think we should gather all the optimistic people and put them in internment camps. Don't worry, they'll love it. They'll love it. They'll write home letters every week. I'm having so much fun. The internment camp. I'm making so many friends. Wish you were here. But you know what? I get along with people so much better now that I'm dead inside. Especially comedians. But you know what I've realized? I've discovered that you cannot be depressed and listen to Beastie Boys. You cannot be depressed and listen to Beastie Boys. So I turn them off. Because I'm committed to this shit. Do you guys know that voice that's always running in your head and usually criticizing you? Yeah. Okay, I thought it was just me. Do you think animals have that voice? You know, that critical voice? Like telling them they're a shitty raccoon? I'm a shitty raccoon. That's what I'm saying. I wish I had the confidence of a short, fat, bald dude. Oh, yeah. It doesn't matter what a woman has going on. She's like, oh, most average looking guys are like, yeah, I got this. I can bottle that. I think we need more average-looking guys on Facebook posting which women should and should not be wearing yoga pants. So I don't have near enough of that in my news feed. Alright, here's the good rule of thumb, okay? If putting a pair of yoga pants over your head would improve your appearance, you don't get a vote. And while we're at it, why is feminine odor a term? Seriously, why is feminine odor? Why is masculine odor not a term? Seriously, you ever smelled a dick? Just saying. Go home tonight and smell a dick. So I'm 47 years old and not once in my entire life has a woman ever called me crazy. But every man I have expressed the slightest bit of emotion in front of, yes, has told me to seek help. Yes, every man. Yes. It usually goes something like this. I'm like, you know, it really hurt my feelings when you said that you couldn't afford a prostitute, so you just wait for me to come over. And he's like, Bobbie, I can't handle these mood swings. Seriously, why don't you call me when you get your shit together? So, young girls, I have some old chick advice for you, okay? I'm going to pass this along to you, okay? Men do not like passive-aggressive women. Men prefer you to just come out and shut up. And hold your breath. Did you hear about That male scientist that said you can't have women in the lab because they will fall in love with you. And when you criticize them, they cry. You know what? I gotta give him the fall in love with you thing. I do. I gotta give it to him. I mean, come on. We all know how hot male scientists are. Seriously, Stephen Hawking. Bill Nye. I gotta get some of that. Okay, if every time you criticize a woman, they cry, maybe you need to work on your constructive criticism. Maybe it's not you. All right, so I was reading on CNN.com. Well, the headline read, "A quarter of billionaires are women." I know, I was like, wow, that's shocking. So I read the article. At the end of the article, it said, 12% of billionaires are women. 12% is not a quarter, CNN. It's not even close. So that's more like an eighth. Seriously, that's why you should do drugs. To teach you the difference between a quarter and an eighth. Not coke. I'm not recommending you do. I would never do a drug that made me learn the metric system. It's an American, goddammit. I was reading also on CNN this guy from Florida, of course. This guy in Florida beheaded his mother.
Oh, I read that.
And CNN said he did it because she was nagging him about moving some boxes.
What?
Y'all, he hit his own mother in the head with an axe. Then he dragged her body out to the garage and cut her head off. Then he took her head out to the curb, put it in the trash can in front of the house. And then he went back, got her body, and dragged it out to the curb and put it in the trash can in front of the house. I'm just saying it would have been much easier to just move the damn boxes.
Oh my God.
But I love how CNN said he cut off her head because she was nagging him. No, I'm pretty sure he cut off her head because he's fucking crazy. And nothing she did had anything to do with that. And then, you may have read this in LA Times, but I actually know this person. A friend of mine was living with his ex-girlfriend, and LA Times said the ex said she was going to move out, and so his reaction was to kill her pet bunny. He killed her pet bunny. And then he skinned it. And then he ate it. And he was texting her pictures of it the whole time he was doing this to her pet. The whole time. And my friend goes, well, that's what happens when exes live together. Really? That's what happened? Someone skins a bunny? Dude, we have 3 pugs. If we ever get divorced, Chris getting the fuck out. I do not want to see those pictures. But here's the thing. Don't you just love how, every time the media tells you about something, they always tell you what the victim did right before they were attacked? Just so we can all be sure they had it coming. It's okay, you can relax, they had it coming. Right, no need to panic, she had it coming. Right, because you have to admit it, you're on that line. You're on that edge, you know you are, every one of us are. We're just one nagging woman away from beheading our mother and skinning a bunny. Well, if bitchy women wouldn't be so bitchy, Bunny would be alive today. I did a corporate gig recently in Vegas for this big technology company that has 3 letters. And it was a great gig, paid a lot of money. It was me and this other female comic. But before the gig, they wrote us and told us not to get drunk at the gig. And not to get ourselves sexually assaulted. What? Yeah. Yes, IBM told us not to get ourselves raped. So, I don't drink actually, but I got drunk at that gig. And I assaulted one of their tech guys. Don't worry, he had it coming. I heard on the radio that 1 in 8 women get breast cancer. Wow, that's a lot. I can see why people make such a big deal out of it. Well, 1 in 4 women get sexually assaulted. So, where's my Yoplait lid? Where's my pink rape ribbon? 1 in 4, 1 in 8. I'm not a math major. I'm pretty sure that's twice as many. Maybe we could care half as much. I was watching this thing on MSNBC about sex trafficking. Well, I was getting ready and I was listening to it, and it was like they were interviewing 3 different men. It was like like the cop and this social worker and like the district attorney, 3 men who had been involved in breaking up a sex trafficking ring. And I could tell it was 3 different men because their voices were different, but they were all sounded, about the same. And I'm getting ready listening to it. And so they're talking about the women. They were kidnapped and they're raped and they were tortured and they were sold to other men to be raped. And then the next one would come on, he would go, and they were raped and their families were threatened and they were sold to other men to be raped. And the next one would be like, and they were tortured and they were raped and they were, and I'm getting ready, whatever. And, and then they got to the part about where they tattooed the women. Evidently, if you're kidnapped by a sex trafficking ring, they tattoo you. And you would have thought somebody had turned the volume way up on my TV. Because all of a sudden the men were like, and then they tattooed them! They tattooed them! Without their permission! Can you imagine the violation of another human being? To put ink on their body without permission? I was like, you had me at rape. You had me at torture and I was like, it's like that. The men got that, like they connected with that, but before you got the tattoo thing, they couldn't relate to that, like they couldn't connect with that on some level. But the tattoo thing, they understood, and so I was like, maybe that's the answer. Like maybe that's what we can do to make people give a shit, right? We can just all get together and tattoo all of us rape victims. Right? Like we can vote, we can decide what all of our tattoos should say. Like I think maybe mine would say something like, I'm sorry. I make you uncomfortable. Or like a unicorn. Y'all see Red Fox on the wall? Yeah. Where Bill Cosby used to be. It's always so funny when someone famous rapes someone. Or like 30 someone's. And we actually get to find out about it for once. Right? You always see these people go online, you can set your watch by them every single time. You always see these people go online, and these rape apologists, they always say the same thing. They always say stupid shit like, when a woman gets drunk and fucks a guy and regrets it, she tells everybody it's rape. Okay, no, she doesn't. Okay, that is not happening. Look, take it from me, okay? When a woman gets drunk and fucks a guy and regrets it, she doesn't tell anybody. She doesn't tell anybody. She takes that shit to the grave. Maybe her best friend knows, depending on how disgusting the guy is. Okay, she's not gonna call 911. Let's get it on the record. Right, let's get some DNA involved. As soon assuming she can afford to pay for unrated kid and they ever actually process it. Time to get my name dragged to the media every time I got drunk and fucked a guy I regretted, I wouldn't have time to fuck guys I regret. That takes up a lot of my time. There's 100 women in Congress now. Yep. Women in Congress. Out of 535 positions, there's 100 women in Congress. And did you know only 5% of Fortune 500 CEOs are women? Only 5%. Only 3% of decision-making positions in the entertainment industry are held by women. 3%. And I don't know about y'all, but I find that really shocking. Like, I had no idea that women were so lazy and stupid. What else could it be? You know, I feel like glass ceilings and unequal pay were invented by some old ugly guys that couldn't get laid unless some chick needed to make rent. And you hear these people talking about gold diggers. You hear a lot of comedians on stage talking about gold diggers. And you ever notice most of the people talk about gold diggers don't actually have any gold? You're like, is she gonna take half my shit? Okay, why don't you first get some shit? I don't know any women that want half your comic book collection. I recently gave myself the greatest present, which I highly recommend. Okay, actually it was for Christmas last year. I gave myself 30 days of no internet. I highly recommend that. 1 month, no Twitter, no Facebook. It was awesome. For 30 days, no one called me a feminazi cunt. A whole month, no one told me to shut the fuck up. Except my family. And people, I swear to God, they just follow me just to fuck with me. Just to start shit with me. Like, I wrote this guy on Facebook recently. I said, you know, I think I'm going to unfriend you because the only time you ever write on my page is just to argue with me about something. And he goes, oh, I thought you enjoyed a lively interaction. I'm like, no, I actually don't enjoy any interaction. At all. Particularly on Facebook. And he goes, did I make you think? Did I make you think? No. Okay, I'm 47 years old. I went to college for 8 years. I read like 4 or 5 different news sources a day. I'm pretty sure I know how I feel about shit by now. I'm pretty sure I know where I stand. And if I didn't, I don't think Facebook is going to turn it around. Right? I don't see myself ever looking through my newsfeed and being like, huh. Maybe abortion is murder. You know, I never thought about it that way before, but at 11:55 a.m., Bill Holly wrote on my page that abortion was murder and just blew my mind. And I keep thinking that people online are my friends. Like, I keep thinking like people who are my Twitter friends are my actual friends. And one night I was talking to this guy late at night on Twitter. We're talking back and forth about whatever. And then it came to the inevitable moment when he asked me for a picture of my boobs. Like they do. And I was like, well, this is just a good time to go to bed. Right? I'll just go to bed. I mean, I didn't yell at him. I wasn't mad at him. I mean, you can't blame him. whatever. So the next day I go, I'm like, he unfollowed me. My friend unfollowed me. So, being me, I tweeted, so-and-so asked me for a picture of my boobs, and then when I didn't send them to him, he unfollowed me. And then he wrote back and called me a psycho, which is kind of accurate. It is, it's kind of accurate. But then he wrote and said that I was a liar, and that he never asked me for a picture of my boobs. So, being me, I tweeted a screenshot.
Yes!
Like I said, I'm kind of psycho. Of him asking for my boobs. And then this other guy, my Twitter friend, wrote me privately. He was like, oh my God, I cannot believe he did that. I cannot believe guys do that. I cannot believe the kind of stuff guys do that you would, oh my God. So anyway, if you want to send me a picture of your tits, that's okay. Because I'm an intellectual. Swear to God. And then that exact same day, a guy on Facebook, a friend of mine on Facebook, asked me to mail him my panties. In the mail, old-fashioned kind of guy. And I was like, okay, you know what? If I ever were to mail someone my panties again, I think I would like go to the store and buy like a nicer, smaller pair of panties than I would normally wear. You know, I don't want them like showing up in the mail and he's opening the package and then starts judging them, you know. Like, I don't know, they seem kind of big. But I would still rub the panties on my cooch before I melt them. I'm not a monster. You guys know that free the nipple thing? Free the nipple campaign like Chelsea Handler about if men are allowed to go topless, women should be allowed to go topless. At first I didn't get that, and then I got to thinking about it and I was like, you know, there's something to that. Like I think if women were allowed to go topless, men would calm down in like a year. Or 10. But eventually they would go. I feel like at first they'd be like, oh my God, titties, oh my God. And then like a few years they'd be like, meh, titties. Who cares? And I know this is true. I know this will work because literally every guy who has ever been excited about seeing me naked has very quickly gotten over it. So, pretty sure. So I get attacked a lot online because I'm a woman with an opinion. You know, Chris can post the most controversial shit online, and no one says boo to him. Nothing. I can post the most innocuous thing, and I get attacked. Like recently, some of you may have witnessed this. Recently, I posted, "Oh, I'm so excited! This college ordered a bunch of my books, the Tao Comedy, to use as a textbook in one of their classes. Oh my God, I'm so excited!" And this guy wrote, "Well, do you think they would use that if they knew how much you attack male comics?" I'm like, first of all, yeah. They would. Pretty sure they would. And second of all, you know what? I don't attack male comics. Some of my best friends. I call out specific behavior. Okay? Male, female, if the rapey douchebag shoe fits, fucking wear it. And if every time I say rapey douchebag, you think I mean all men, that says a lot more about what you think about men than what I do, right? I do get attacked a lot, but you know what? I get so much love mail too. I get so many nice messages and people thanking me and sending me cards and actual presents. I do. And I just feel like my funeral is going to be awesome. I told Chris, I said, I wonder what character you're going to do at my funeral. He's like, I already have it picked out. He really did. I made him promise that, like, if this male comic kills me, he's not allowed to go on TV and forgive him. well, Bobbie would have wanted. No, that's not what Bobbie would have wanted. Bobbie wants you to maintain all my grudges for 10 years after I die. It's gonna be in my will. Someone write that up. It's gonna be in my will. But actually, this guy was not that big a deal. But about a year ago, I had this really severe cyber stalker. This really serious cyber stalker on Twitter. He was an MRA. Do you know what that is? It stands for Men's Rights Advocate. Yeah, that's real. It's as if the NAAWP were a thing. And so, you know, I like tweeted this feminist hashtag, and these MRA trolls, you know, they troll the feminist hashtags, and they're always an egg. If you're on Twitter, you know, they're always an egg. It's never like their name and their face, because, you know, they're a bunch of little bitches. Oh, that reminds me, I forgot the joke. Oh, well. So, I tweeted this hashtag or whatever, and this guy wrote, I hope you get raped and get your throat slit. And I'm like, wow, you led with that. That's usually like 3 or 4 sentences in the internet argument. I hope you get raped and get your throat slit. So I blocked him. I blocked him. And then a couple minutes later, he started a new account and came back and said, it's me. I hope you get violently raped. And I was like, oh, violently raped. Not the good kind. And then I blocked him and he came back again. I'm not kidding. He was like, oh, you think you can block me, bitch? He was like, I hope you get ass raped. And finally I was like, dude, just ask me out already. We clearly have a chemistry. And he kept writing me, and he was like, I hope you get breast cancer. I hope you get cervical cancer. I hope you get ovarian cancer. And I'm like, just the girl kind? No pancreas? Nothing like that? And I kept blocking him. He kept coming back with different accounts, making new accounts every single time. And he was like, he kept going, get raped, get raped, get raped. And I wanted to go, oh, been there, done that. Got 3 t-shirts. And at one point he was like, I hope your kids die in agony. I wanted to be like, I can't have kids because of the rape. Joke's on you. And he kept coming back new accounts every time I'd block him. And then he tweeted flappers and said he was going to come see that cunt show, me, I'm the cunt, and rape me with a broken Coke bottle and slit my throat with it. And I'm like, well, you still got about 2 drinks. Everyone else, not getting off that easily. I'm sorry, you're my bringer. I'm sorry. Terrified. Like, he started all these accounts. I might drive around with a bat in my car. At one point I started sleeping with a hammer. I'm not kidding you. So, which is very uncomfortable, by the way. So I went to the LAPD, and you know, this was right around the Ferguson time, and I was like, well, since they're going to be looking at my Twitter, maybe I should look at my Twitter. Maybe see what I've posted lately. And I can't tell you how much anti-police shit there was. I'm like, police just want to protect and serve themselves. And then at one point I was like, I didn't stutter when I said fuck the police. And I was like, I didn't stutter when I said delete. Delete. So I went to the police and they asked me if I have my own security team. I was like, just how successful do you think I am? Do you recognize me? No, I don't have my own security team. Like, I'm like the Gary Coleman of comedy. I need a security guard, but I might also apply for a job. Can you hear me now? So the LAPD were useless. So I contacted the LA District Attorney Cyber Stalking Unit, explained to the cyber stalking unit what a tweet was and a hashtag, I'm so not. I'm like, maybe you should just get a Twitter account. Just see what that's all about. The district attorney gave me some advice, and I'm going to pass this on to you, okay, especially women. He gave me this advice of what I could do to protect myself. All right? The first one was vary your route home. Like, isn't he just going to like kill me at the comedy club? That I announce every day where and what time I'm going to be there, or probably maybe home, going to kill me. Like, he's not like waiting in the ditch in front of Starbucks. Order like this is LA, not Fallujah. So I didn't very well. But here's my favorite one. He said, when you're walking to your car at night, be alert. Be alert. I'm like, I'm a woman in America. I'm alert as fuck. I'm alert as fuck at all times, everywhere I am. Right? I know where everyone is positioned. I know who might hurt me. I know who I can take. I know who's got my back if the shit goes down. Okay, I am alert as fuck. And so he's tweeting me things like, you should kill yourself. You should take 100 sleeping pills and kill yourself. Your husband should spit on you and whip you every day. You should just cut your wrists and kill yourself. And I'm like, oh my God, it's like the voice in my head got a Twitter account. And he looks so much harsher, like on Twitter. It sounds in my head. So I decided to go to Gun World, which sounds like an amusement park in Georgia. And it should be. So I went to Gun World, and I'm so beyond. Like, the guy's had like 40 Twitter accounts just dedicated to tell me to kill myself, and that he's going to rape me and all this shit. And so I go to Gun World, and I'm talking to him. I'm like almost in tears while I'm talking to this guy. I'm like, I'm sleeping with a hammer. And you know, and I realized the whole time I'm talking to him, he's staring at my tits. The whole time. I just want to be like, you do see me buying weapons, right? And I couldn't afford a gun, so I bought mace. And so the guy's ringing me up, staring at my tits, and I get the mace, and I pay for it, and I open it up, and I just mace it right there. And then the favorite thing the guy kept tweeting me is he kept calling me an unfunny, fat, ugly cunt. Like 5 times a day. You're an unfunny, fat, ugly cunt. You're an unfunny, fat. I wanted to be like, well, it could be worse. I could be obsessed with an unfunny, fat, What kind of freak would that make me? And so the FBI was useless, the LAPD, Twitter, everyone, no one helped me. They were all completely useless. He would have accounts like behead women, like all this stuff. He would tweet Twitter while he tweeted me the threats. You know, so since everybody was useless, I went undercover as an MRA. I actually did for months. I went undercover. It's really easy. You just like retweet a bunch of hateful shit, and then you say a bunch of stupid shit, and then you misspell everything. And I made sure he'd LOL since I ha-ha. One step ahead of it. And by going undercover, I became BFFs with my stalker. This is 100% true. 100% true. I found out his name, where he lives, what he looks like, and what he does for a living. All simply by trying. I just tried. I just made an effort. And when I found out all this, I was so relieved. I was so relieved to find out he was not a comedian. So happy. All my stalkers up until now have been comedians, and I'm just so relieved because my biggest fear is that I'm going to be killed by someone hack. I could call this the Dark Album. feminazi cunt. Let's free it up a little before I close. So there was this guy on stage here one night, and here's my impression of him. If your bitch is acting up, you gotta eat the bitch's pussy. Oh. If your bitch is not mad, you gotta eat the bitch's pussy. Seriously, you know a bitch is acting, you gotta eat the bitch's pussy. You just gotta eat the bitch's pussy. Okay, first of all, I will acknowledge that he's doing the Lord's work. That is a public service announcement that really needs to get out there. Well, I gotta be a bitch. Seriously, when did the word for woman become bitch? When did that happen? So if all women are bitches, how do I know who you're mad at? You're like that bitch, Mother Teresa. So I think we should come up with a word for these guys. Not all guys, just words guys who call all women bitches. We need a word for guys who call all women bitches so they know what it feels like. And at first I was thinking dick, but they probably like that. And then, you know, asshole. This thing is kind of out of asshole. Like nobody's offended by asshole, right? And I was like, ooh, we should call them taints. And then I was like, you know, even that's not enough. That's not severe enough. Like, I want them to really feel it like we feel it, you know? Like, I'm thinking, what do they really hate? What are they really scared of, you know? What do they really just, like, fear and despise? And then I'm like, oh, that's it. We can call them women. Little bitches. I was driving down the street with my friend recently, and there was this guy beside us, and he had a mohawk. And it was like a full-on, serious, like, 80s punk rock British, like, a lot of effort went into maintaining the size of this mohawk. And I was like, he's hot. Because the guy was totally hot. I was like, he's hot. And my friend was like, would you ever date a guy with a mohawk? And I'm like, no. She goes, you're such a hypocrite. And I'm like, oh, no, I'm not. I just don't think you can eat pussy in that thing. I'm trying to get a leg artery poked out. Just trying to get my pussy eaten. Okay. So last thing, you guys have been, I hope you guys had a good time. You guys were go home and tweet about this or anything, please, all right, please don't do what this one guy did. This guy saw me and he went home and tweeted, oh, I caught Bobbie Oliver tonight, you gotta check her out. It's that southern working class humor. What? No, it's not. It's feminist jokes with an accent. Yeah! Do jokes about the Holocaust, people, like it's that down-home humor. I love so much. And I love how he threw working class in the end there, you know, like, we're not gonna let you forget you're from a trailer park, bitch. Thank you guys.